Sophia, I need you to get pregnant within 2 weeks.
That's not going to happen.
Excuse me. Are you messing with me?
That's what I was going to ask you, Tyler. You know it's impossible for that to happen.
Even though you quit your job, you're telling me that you aren't going to have a child? If you aren't even going to do that for me, then you should get back to work already.
I'm on paid leave right now. And besides, I'm planning to leave my current job so I can find something else.
But you're a nurse, aren't you? Why would you want to change jobs? Did you get harassed or something? You're quitting over something like that?
The people at my current job are just fine. They have nothing to do about my decision.
Then you must have been such a klutz that they had no choice but to fire you. That must be it. You've never been that helpful at home, so it'd make sense.
You're really in a mood today. Why I'm leaving, if you're so curious, is so I can find a job with better pay.
Then as soon as you're done with your paid time off, hurry up and get back to work.
That's not possible at the moment.
Are you trying to leech off of my money? And you're just making an excuse to do so? I don't need someone who just leeches off my money, so you can just take your idea and shove it.
I'm going back to school. I won't have time for a full-time career until I'm done.
Huh? Don't you think you're a little old for that? I've never heard of anyone your age heading back to school.
You don't have any faith in me, do you? And this isn't even the first time I've told you about this either. Although the last time I brought this up to you, you told me you didn't have time to listen to mindless ideas, didn't you?
You know that we don't have the money to afford your schooling.
I've made sure to save money for this, so we won't have to worry about this. Not only that, I still plan to work while I attend school, so it shouldn't affect you at all.
But I've heard all about how much it costs to go to school these days. And you never told me you were saving money.
If you were to know about it, you just spend it on yourself.
Don't you think this is unfair? If I could do this, I'd want to relive my college days too.
But you don't plan on changing careers. Why would you go back to college?
I try to recreate the fun days of my college life. Not only that, I'd probably try to marry a woman that's better than you.
My reasons for going back to school have nothing to do with trying to enjoy myself. It's so I can get the qualifications I need for my future job.
Then why don't you just do it all online? Wouldn't you be able to keep your job and take your classes if you do that?
There are some classes that you can't take except for in person. And to do both at the same time wouldn't be easy.
Either way, I don't want you to do this.
I've already applied for it, so you're going to have to. I don't know why you're so upset about this.
Why would you just do this without my permission? I want you to withdraw your application now.
I'm going through with this, Tyler. I'm still going to be taking care of the house. Can't you try to support me with this?
Women your age shouldn't be heading back to school. You should be focusing on being my wife.
Don't start getting sexist with me.
A woman is supposed to be around the house and to have children. You should be thinking about your obligation as a wife.
You keep on saying things like that, and yet you don't even help with my fertility. I've been the one putting forth all the effort, and you won't even help me.
It's your duty, isn't it? Why should I worry about the details?
Because I need your help with this. The doctors are saying that I still could have kids with the proper treatment.
Then what's the problem?
If you're not there to help me, it's not going to work. I need you there for the procedure.
I've been doing my research myself too, you know. I've heard that if I just give them some of my seed, then they can figure out the rest.
It's not that simple. They have to run all sorts of tests to make sure everything is ready to go.
Do I really have to deal with all of that? Why can't it be more simple?
It's just how it is. You can't cut corners with this treatment they're recommending.
But why do I have to go through all of this when it's you who has the condition? Why do I have to do all of this work just because you aren't normal?
Don't act like this is my fault. You're the one who's been spending the money we've been saving for the treatment.
Oh, you knew about that. I blew it all on poker. Ha!
Why would you just waste our money on your gambling habit?
You'd be surprised how much fun it is to gamble. Not that you'd be any good at it. If you were to try, you'd lose twice the money I did.
We needed that money for the treatment.
Most people can just get pregnant by just giving it a little bit of time. But I guess you're not normal, are you? It's your fault for being defective.
But at least I'm trying. You're the one who keeps using our money when we should be saving it. I can't undergo treatment if you're not going to work with me.
I read somewhere that pandas aren't able to get pregnant that easily either. They're still able to have kids just fine. Why don't you try to learn from them?
Don't get off topic, Tyler. This is a serious conversation.
I feel bad for my mom. She's going to be so disappointed. She was looking forward to being able to have grandkids. At this rate, she's never going to have any.
I'm the one who has to deal with your behavior every day. It's not easy trying to have kids with you, Tyler.
My mother is the one who has it rough. I just want to make her happy, so just figure it out.
If you want that to happen, I need you to help me.
I've done plenty. I don't want a woman who can't give me a kid. If you can't do that, I'm going to divorce you, Sophia.
That's crazy! Why on earth would you do that?
I'm giving you one last chance. If you can't get pregnant within 14 days, I'm kicking you out. I'd pack your bags if you can't do that.
But you know that's impossible. My name is Sophia. I'm 30 years old and I currently work as a nurse. In order to go back to school, I turned in my resignation notice and started getting ready for school. I've tried repeatedly to talk to Tyler and try to make him understand my side of the story. But after everything I've done, it seems like he's never going to change. He's always been against anything that involves me expanding my skill set if he sees it as bad for him. He's also gotten incredibly rude in recent times, as if everything I do isn't good enough for him anymore. He'll criticize my cooking, refuse to help around the house, and complain whenever he gets the chance. It's to the point that it's taking a toll on my mental health. I'm tired of having to listen to Tyler's nonstop complaints. I met Tyler at a party I went to with my friends when I was younger. He used to be such a good man. He was there for me and my family when we needed it. He'd buy my parents gifts for their birthdays, and when my mom was dealing with chronic back issues, he helped her get better. I always appreciated how he was looking out for us. It looked like if we were to have children together, he'd be a great father and role model for them. But ever since I've had trouble conceiving, he's changed for the worse. I never knew that Tyler had this side to him. I was so surprised to see him like this. I'm hoping that after we have children that he'd finally return back to his old self. But with how he won't even help with my procedure, things are starting to look grim. His ridiculous demand for me to get pregnant within 10 days has me worried about what's going to happen next. To think that he'd go as far as threaten to divorce me over something I can't even control. I don't know how I'm going to handle this.
Time's up. You know what that means.
You're cheating on me, aren't you, Tyler?
Where did that come from?
There's no other explanation. You've been getting home from work later than usual. And when I was cleaning your white shirts, I noticed some lipstick marks that I know weren't from me.
I guess I can't get away with everything.
All this talk about getting pregnant in 10 days was just a plan to have an excuse to divorce me, wasn't it? None of this is my fault. And yet you still try to pin everything on me so you can have your cake and eat it too.
So what? I can do what I want.
That's all you have to say for yourself? You don't have an apology or anything else you want to tell me?
Well, none of this is my fault. Why would I apologize?
How could you say that? Do you even have any guilt for cheating?
You're the one who failed to get pregnant. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for you. If anything, I'm the one who deserves an apology.
Are you seriously blaming me for this? You know that it's not my fault that I can't get pregnant.
You could have always tried harder, but you didn't.
What if you were the one who wasn't able to get me pregnant because you had a health problem? Would it be your fault if you were the one in my shoes?
Don't try to trick me like this. I don't have to entertain your games.
Just admit that it's unfair. You know that blaming me for this isn't right.
This isn't like that, though. Don't you understand what it means to be a woman?
It's not my obligation to have children just because you say it is.
I've already found a solution anyhow. My new girlfriend has already had a kid before she got divorced.
What are you saying?
She's already had a child, so I don't need to worry about having kids if I'm with her.
You can't know for certain that you won't run into problems, though.
As if I'd have a problem if I tried with her. She's got a perfect body. I've never seen a girl with such an alluring body for a while now. She's flawless compared to you. She doesn't have an unappealing body like you do.
As if you can just determine things will go well because you like the way she looks.
I've already learned everything I need to know. I have nothing to worry about. Not only has she had a child, she still has a figure that's like $1 million.
It's not like I'm not trying either. I'm still working hard to make sure I stay in shape.
You can't compare. She's on a completely different level than you are. I shouldn't have any problem knocking up a girl like her. It'd be such a missed opportunity to not try to have a kid with someone like her. I know that everything is going to go perfect if I try to have kids with her.
Your way of thinking is unbelievable. Things aren't going to go as well as you think, Tyler.
Whatever. The point is that you've served your purpose. I don't need you around anymore.
So you're just going to break up with me just to hook up with her then? You're going to marry her in my place.
As soon as she gets pregnant, I plan to seal the deal and put in our papers.
Are you sure you're ready to take care of a child that isn't even your own?
You do bring up a good point. I wouldn't want to have that brat around if I were to marry her. He'd just get in my way. I'll just make sure to hand him off to his actual father, and that should take care of everything.
So you'll just toss aside a child just to get your way? Does your new girlfriend even agree to this?
It'll be easy. I'll just make sure that she starts to see things my way. With enough persistence, she'll come around in no time.
You monster.
It's none of your business. Why are you getting so heated about this?
If you're really going to go through with divorcing me, you're going to have to tell your parents.
They don't care about this. In fact, they're on my side. They told me themselves that it'd be better if I found someone better than you while I had the chance. Did you really think I'd be worried about that?
That's really how it is then. Your parents only care about you having kids? That's really their only concern?
That's how marriage is to parents. I'm not letting them down because of you. You're the one who's responsible for this, so don't even think about blaming me for this.
After cheating on me and trying to get away with it, you're really still saying that?
You were the cause of this. None of this would have happened if you could have just been normal.
I would like to see what a lawyer has to say about that. I doubt they take your side after they see the evidence that you've given me.
Proof? You know that there isn't any proof of my cheating. I'd give it up if I were you.
The messages you've sent me will be proof enough.
Hey, I've never admitted to cheating during any part of our discussion, have I? And if you think you can get the support of the law on your side with a few messages, you're mistaken.
This isn't over.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to be filling out our divorce papers, so I'd get ready if I was you. I want you to get them ready. I'm going to get this over with as soon as I can. I have some great news for you. I've had a kid with my new wife.
Oh, really? How great for you.
This takes care of everything. You should have seen how excited my mother was. Aren't you so excited for me too?
Not really. Why should I care about you anymore?
Now, don't be so sour because you weren't able to have a kid yourself. It's a big deal for me, so I don't want you raining on my parade like this.
I don't care what happens. You're not getting my child, no matter what.
What are you talking about? You're not making any sense right now.
I borrowed Sophia's phone.
Borrowed her phone? But who the heck are you?
It's me, Emily. The one who you thought you could deceive all this time.
Now you're just being absurd. As if Emily would be in cahoots with you. Wait, you aren't supposed to even know her name. How would you know something like that? Where did you learn about my wife?
It's really me, Tyler. I met Sophia the other day by coincidence.
But where would you meet her? What's the meaning of this?
I met her at the maternity center at the hospital.
The maternity center? You mean the place we've been going for regular checkups together?
That's right. I met Sophia there. She works there as a midwife.
But how? She works as a nurse, not a midwife. This doesn't make any sense. I know all about the things she did as a nurse. She never mentioned anything about working in the maternity center.
She went back to school so she could change her field. She had a test that she passed and everything.
That's why she went back to school.
Do you remember when I was called in and you waited outside in the reception area?
Yeah, they called you in. But then what?
That's where I met Sophia. She was the one that saw me. After the checkup, I exchanged contact info with her.
So she was slacking off at work in order to tell you all about me? She knows she can't do that. I'll make sure her workplace hears about this. She can kiss her job goodbye.
That's not what happened. She gave me her contact info, so in case I had any worries, that I'd be able to reach out to her for help. I had a few worries with my pregnancy. When Sophia saw that I was really nervous about it, she thought it would be good to have her number. That's why I know about her.
No normal midwife would do anything like that. You're crazy to trust her like that. Don't you think that it's weird to put your faith in a random midwife you've never even met before?
You're not wrong. Even I was a bit suspicious at first when she offered. But for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea, no matter how strange it was.
But I never even saw Sophia all this time. How do you explain that?
It was kept a secret from you on purpose. The hospital was very helpful with how they protected my privacy during this entire incident.
How could the hospital just keep me out of the loop in this? I'm your husband. I should know.
It was later when I learned about the truth. When she learned that you were my husband, she revealed to me that she was your ex-wife. Even though you said that you had never been married before you met me.
Don't be fooled by her. She's just trying to get her revenge on me. I never married her. She's the one who's been stalking me all this time.
Are you really so sure about that? I've already seen the marriage records. You can't try to trick me, Tyler.
In that case, can you prove that I was dating you before I was divorced? I'm telling you, I didn't do anything wrong. I started dating you after I was divorced with Sophia.
I've seen the divorce records as well. There's no way you're getting out of this, Tyler. Why don't you stop trying to lie to me and start telling me the truth?
What happened in the past doesn't matter anymore. I'm not interested in anyone else but you right now.
Do you remember why I got a divorce with my first husband?
It was because you two didn't have very good chemistry, right?
It was because he was cheating on me. You really don't remember anything I said?
Oh, I remember now. But why do you bring that up?
After being betrayed by him, I told myself I would never date anyone who even tried to cheat on me. I don't have time to deal with pigs like them.
But don't you think that's a cruel way of thinking?
You're right. Pigs are much better than cheaters. They don't deserve to be on the same level as you. What cheaters do is hurt people that care about them just so they can have some fun. They're worse than scum.
But everyone has their own circumstances. You can't just call cheaters bad people, right?
I don't want to hear it. I would never forgive cheaters for what they've done.
Whoa, don't you think you're getting upset over something that's not a big deal?
You absolute trash, Tyler. I don't ever want to see you again.
But this doesn't have to be a big deal. You don't need to throw everything away over this.
This is your fault. Don't try and pretend like it isn't.
But we were planning to get married, Emily. We even decided the day that we get married.
That's why I'm so glad that I was able to hear about all of this before then. If I wasn't careful, I would have had to divorce another cheater. I have to thank Sophia for getting me out of this. It would have been a disaster marrying you.
But what about us? We were about to be a happy family of 3.
The 3 of us.
That's what I'm saying. What about our child?
I'll be fine. I'll be able to raise my 2 children just fine without you.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you, me, and our child can start living happily together.
So you really were trying to get rid of my son.
It's like when you start a new life. You get rid of the old and you start with something new. We could pass your son off to someone else so we could live together as a new family.
What happens to my son isn't for you to decide. I love my son. I'm going to make sure you never get the chance to get close to him again.
But if we don't marry, how are you going to get by? You can't just raise 2 kids by yourself. Have you thought about that?
I don't need to rely on someone like you. I'll figure something out.
But you don't even have a job. How can you manage that?
When I divorced my ex, I started learning more about the business world. I've been able to get into investing and I'm able to make about $6,000 a month.
That's way more than even I make.
It wouldn't be easy for me to have a job where I have to leave the house and take care of my children. That's why I got into investing. I'm able to make money from home.
Please, you have to rethink this. You can still marry me. I won't try to kick out your son or do anything that would make you angry.
Oh, so all of a sudden you want to marry me again? You're such trash.
It's not all about the money. If that's your concern, then you can just teach me. We can become rich together if we were to work together.
No thanks. I'm already doing just fine by myself. I'm going to get a big payday soon, too.
Where from? I don't know what you're saying.
I'm getting it from you, of course.
Huh?
The way you treated my son would easily be considered child abuse. I'm sure that if I were to work with a lawyer, I could get at least $10,000 out of you.
You're kidding, right?
You can thank Sophia for giving me the idea in the first place. When I told her about how you were acting strange towards my son, she gave me the advice to set up cameras in the house. I have plenty of proof.
Sophia doesn't know what she's talking about. This will never work.
I wouldn't say that when you're the one in the dark about this. I've already done my research. I know exactly what I can and can't do.
But you can't do that.
Oh, come on. You're telling me you can't afford to lose a little bit of cash? If you're really that worried about money, then I guess you'll have to start working harder.
Fine. Just let me have my child and I won't complain. It's only fair if I have to pay you this much.
You really are dull, aren't you? You don't get a say in the divorce or my child. This isn't a negotiation.
But I already told my mom that I was going to have a kid. What am I supposed to tell her now?
That's your problem now. You figure it out. It's your fault for trying to get your way by lying to me. You have no right to try and complain about this when this is all on you.
But this is my mom we're talking about. She deserves to see her grandchild.
Emily decided she's done talking with you. You were giving her a headache with all your excuses. You're going to have to deal with me instead.
Sophia, please just hear me out on this. Let's get back together. We can work things out and have a kid again.
Are you seriously this stupid? You know I can see all the messages you sent to Emily. This is my phone.
Don't you want a kid? If we got back together, we could make that dream come true.
I don't need you. I'm already pregnant.
You what?
I got remarried last year. My new husband worked with me and I was finally able to become pregnant.
That doesn't matter. I'll treat him as my own child all the same.
That's your plan, huh? To try to work things out with me again?
I always knew that you'd be able to get pregnant if you tried. I'm so glad you finally did it. This means that we can work out after all.
This isn't going to work. Your entire plan is completely absurd.
All you need to do is break up with your husband and then we can start anew as a family.
You're wrong, Tyler.
Aw.
A family is supposed to look out for each other and try to make each other happy. I would never be happy with a selfish man like you.
But all you need to do is have a child for me. Isn't that easy enough for you?
I am not just someone to bear a child for you. I am a person and I deserve to be treated like one. It's been 2 years and you're still as sexist as ever.
But this is all for my mom. I need a child for her.
Well then, congratulations on finally having a child of your own. Too bad you won't ever get the chance to meet them. Emily and I met with a lawyer as soon as we could. Not only were we able to get $12,000 from suing Tyler, Emily is also going to be receiving child support payments from him too. With Tyler's gambling addiction, he didn't have any savings to pay her with. He had to get several loans to pay for it. Tyler's mom found out about the whole thing and chewed him out. She doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. At least Tyler's mom isn't as terrible as him. Tyler didn't give up that easily, though. He tried to find another woman to have a kid with to mend his relationship with his mom. He used several dating apps in order to meet up with other women. But he was too careless with the people he was interacting with. He was deceived by a scam artist. I've heard it's only increased his currently large debt. It's not surprising all of this happened to him. He never tried to change himself for the better and only cared about himself. As for me, I'm looking forward to having a child of my own. I'm living happily with my new husband and have been enjoying my new life with him. Me and Emily were able to become friends after everything. We're keeping track of our progress in our pregnancies, and it's been fun to have someone to share this with. It's important to make sure you find someone special to spend your life with. Neither Emily nor I deserve to be stuck with a selfish man like Tyler. I'm just glad we were both able to find a way to our happiness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Hey, Martha! OMG, I just got done with work and I am starving! I'd love to have a juicy steak tonight. What do you say? Ribeye, of course! The one you cooked the other night was amazing! I wouldn't mind having the same one as that. With the roasted veggies, of course. Oh, and that chocolate chip ice cream with hazelnuts! That was divine! The apple pie with that custard was good too, actually. Oh, I'll let you decide. I won't get picky with the dessert as long as I can have the steak. Hi, Briana. You're coming to mine again for dinner tonight? You've been coming over a lot lately. Oh, you sound like you don't want me to go over there. Am I not allowed or something? Don't you want me there? Well, I mean, it's not like you're not allowed, but... Don't you think you've been coming over a bit too often? Don't you want to spend time more at your own place? If I'm honest, it's not the easiest providing extra dinner for you all the time. No! sudden? I told you before that I'm broke. I need your help. Financially, of course. But it helps me out mentally just to spend time with you, too. I mean, you're family now. I get to spend time with my sister-in-law and my brother, even though he's hardly ever there these days. What's more comforting than good company and eating great food, right? You don't understand how much of an emotional help that's been for me. You do get it, right? You can help a sister out, right? At least let me use your shower and eat a little, please.
But you're not broke. You told me that you're making a lot at your part-time work, no?
No! Did I really say that? When? And what part-time job?
You know, that Italian cafe. Mezzo something? Near the station?
Oh! Yeah, I quit that place a while back. It was just way too much work, you know? Way too demanding, and I was getting so stressed, I was so close to getting depressed, I swear.
You quit? I didn't know that. I thought you said it was fun to work at a chic cafe like that. And you love coffee so much. You said you love making it and being surrounded by the smell all the time. You even told me that you thought you finally found your dream job. What happened to all of that?
Well, yes, but the manager is super strict. You don't understand. If I'm even just a minute late, he gets so mad. It's crazy.
Well, if you're late, then I don't think anyone would be happy about that. I wouldn't call that being super strict. Why don't you just make an effort to not be late?
Well, it's too late for that now, isn't it?
I guess if you've quit now. Well, have you found a new job then?
Yes! Actually, I have. I'm gonna be working at a resort starting next month.
Oh, nice. A resort sounds super fancy. Where is it? What kind of resort is it?
Okay, so check this out. It's in Honolulu, Hawaii. A friend of mine told me about it and introduced me to one of the hiring managers there. I passed all 3 interviews, so yay! It'll be so amazing to fly out there to work there, I'm sure. I saw their beach and it was so OMG, so beautiful.
Oh, that really does sound nice. I'm glad you got the job. Is that a full-time position then?
No, it's seasonal actually. Only for 6 weeks starting next month.
Oh, okay. That's too bad. Are you going to find something else to hold you over until then? Like one-off gigs or something temporary? You still have like a month to go till you start, right? What are you gonna do till then?
Well, yeah, but I'm so sick and tired of looking for work again. You don't understand how many interviews I've been taking over the past few months. It's so tiring and time-consuming. I just want to take it easy and relax for a bit.
Okay, but if you don't work, then how can you get by? Do you have enough savings to make ends meet?
Well, that's where you come in to help. I have you so I can eat and I'm so lucky, I know.
Right.
Please? Come on. You can help your cute little sister-in-law. I.e., me, right? I'm starting work next month, like I said. So it's not like this is gonna last forever, right?
Are you sure about that, though? It's really putting a strain on our lives here, too, you know. It'd be really great if you could just bear that in mind when you decide to come over here to eat and shower next time.
Yes, okay.
Thanks, Briana. I'll let you off this time, I suppose, so why don't you come over? I'm preparing that steak already anyway.
Yay! OMG, Martha, I love you. Thank you times 100,000.
No problem.
You're so awesome, Martha. Do you remember when you told me you were glad to have a little sister-in-law? Well, I'm so happy to have an amazing sister-in-law who takes care of me, too. I've always wanted an older sibling, and I'm so glad I do now.
Yes, I do remember saying that. That was quite some time ago, though.
I never thought I'd have a little sister-in-law who would come over every day just to eat our food and take a shower, though.
Aw, don't say that. Come on. Ray's always on business trips, and I thought you might be lonely. I'm also trying to keep you company, you know? I bet you didn't know that. I just worry that you're going to go senile from being so alone all the time.
Why would I go senile at this age? And from being lonely?
Trust me, sis. They say that those who go senile tend to have common factors. Feeling lonely and isolated is one of them. So anyway, that's one of my other reasons for coming over to your place so often. Okay?
I'm still not going to go senile.
Okay, if you say so. Say, how old are you again?
I'm 31. Why?
Well then.
Well then, what?
You know they also say that once you're over 30, you're basically a grandma, right?
I've never heard anyone say that.
Well, they do, okay? Trust me. You're not young anymore, so all the more of a reason to take better care of yourself. You need to socialize more and just talk to people, okay? I'm here for that. I can keep you company.
That's just rude, Briana.
Come on, Martha, don't be like that. You know that you've always looked, well, let's just say plain.
Plain? That's just your opinion of me, isn't it?
Well, yes, but I'm younger and prettier than you, so I know what I'm talking about. People out there think the same of you, too. Anyway, looking plain, that just also makes you look older, too, right? Which means you look far older than 31, which, as you told me, is your actual age. So you've got to make yourself look as young as you can. You always want to impress my brother, right? A wife has always got to look beautiful for their husband, don't you think?
Again, that's just your opinion, right? Ray loves me for who I am, and I'm confident about that.
Well, if I were him, I would have married a younger, girly girl, really. Honestly, sometimes I wonder why he married someone in her 30s. Oh, whoops! Sorry. I didn't mean to text that. I was just thinking aloud.
Right. Thanks. I mean, I know that he's had a lot of young and pretty girlfriends before me. He told me before. But he said that none of them are wife material. He's always wanted someone more mature and mature-looking as his wife, actually. So, not that I'm trying to gloat or anything, but I'm perfect for him. And he's perfect for me. Okay? We have a great relationship as well, if you must know. The only problem right now is, quite frankly, you coming over all the time.
Right. Okay. I see how it is. I guess it's easy to get bored of beautiful women, huh?
And what's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say here?
I'm not trying to say anything. Jeez, you're quick to take things the wrong way, Martha. You need to relax a little and don't take things so personally.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, Briana, are you gonna come over soon or what? Or, you don't have to come here tonight. I haven't exactly invited you over or anything. You invited yourself over anyway.
Martha! Oh, are you mad at me? Don't get so mad at me. Or have you hit menopause already? OMG, has it hit you this early already? Aw, why are you ignoring my texts, Martha? I'm not trying to be mean. Fine, I'll see you in a bit then. Okay?
Hey, Briana. Have you been talking to our relatives recently? Have you been spreading rumors about me?
Oh, hey, Martha. No. I don't think so. Why? What's this about?
Well, you know how yesterday all of our relatives got together at the funeral, right? And then everyone was yelling at me for reasons I don't understand.
What? Why would they do that? What did you do to get them yelling at you then? You must have done something to upset them, no? Or maybe they just don't like you.
No. Something tells me that you're involved in this. You said something to them, didn't you? They said they all think I'm extremely spoiled. That I'm living in luxury now that I don't have a husband with me all the time. And none of it's true. Why would they say something like that to me when they don't even know what I do every day at home? And you don't know what I do when I'm not seeing you either. Look, you're the only one who I speak to the most, out of our relatives. So I can't think of anyone else besides you who would spread rumors about me like that.
But it's true, isn't it? You do live a life of luxury and excess.
What the hell? Since when do I live in luxury and excess? And even if I did, how would you know anyway? I'll also have you know that I'm actually pretty frugal. You don't know anything about me.
Oh, yeah? Well, explain to me how frugal you are. Because from where I'm standing, you're nothing but a spoiled housewife.
How can you even say that when you don't even know the first thing about me?
Well, you told me about your bills the other night, didn't you? How your utility bills and food expenses in total are over $1,000 a month. I mean, imagine someone who spends that much on bills in a month. Your jaws would drop to the floor. So when you say you're frugal, well, you can kiss my behind.
Briana, what the heck? Do you even know why my bills are that much?
Oh, what? Are you going to blame my brother? Well, you can't because he's always away on business and he doesn't really even live there.
I wasn't about to blame my husband. Thank you very much. The one to blame is you. Briana, it's you. You're the one who comes over almost every day to do what? Nothing but eat all of my food and take a shower and take long baths and all of that. Not only that, but you only ask for expensive food like the steak you asked for the other day. So who's the spoiled one here now, huh? It's clear as day that it's you. You're the spoiled one.
Oh, please. And do you think that it all adds up to $1,000 a month? Every month? Nice try, Martha, but no. I think we all know you're just trying to point the finger at me because you don't want to take responsibility here.
Briana, what the actual friggin' heck are you doing to me? Do you want me to send you my actual bills? Should I print them out for you? Should I send pics of my receipts from grocery shopping? 'Cause trust me, believe it or not, I keep records. I write all the money that goes in and out of my wallet every single damn day.
You do? Well, that's good for you then.
Well, do you want to see them or what? That way you'll clearly see that all the expenses are mainly from you. And you'll stop spreading nonsense about me, right?
Briana, let me guess. You're seeing someone, aren't you? You're having an affair with someone behind my brother's back, aren't you?
What? What kind of question is that, Briana? Are you seriously asking me that right now? How is that related to what we were just talking about? Are you crazy?
Well, listen to you. You're being super defensive here. You just can't have anyone suspecting you for doing anything bad, so you're blaming me for everything, aren't you? You're hiding something. I can tell. You just want to cover up the fact that you're having an affair. I bet I'm right. OMG, don't tell me you're being some kind of cougar. OMG, is that why you have all these extra expenses? You're being a cougar and you're giving your boy toy some pocket money and trying to blame me for it.
Briana, that's enough. This is all nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And a horrible accusation. Is this how you thank me? Is this the way you're treating your in-law for letting you eat her food and use the bath? Are you really being the biggest cow right now?
Well, yeah, of course I'm grateful for that, 100%. But you having an affair and cheating on my brother is a different story, isn't it?
No one is having an affair, Briana. How dare you falsely accuse me of something like that? I'm going to tell your brother all about this and let's see what he has to say. You're insane and way meaner than I thought. Don't ever show your face at my place ever again. I can't believe you're doing this to me. I can't believe I'm getting all worked up because of you as well. You really are something, Briana.
That's so mean of you, Martha. What am I supposed to eat today, then?
How the heck should I know? I don't care what you eat or what you do anymore. Figure it out yourself and get out of my life. I'm not gonna help you anymore. So please, leave me alone.
What? Seriously? Is that how you want to play this game, Martha?
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you know that I'm the first girl to be born in my family in 50 years, right? So everyone in my family and extended family, including my relatives, they all love me and adore me. Meaning, if I say something bad about you, they're all gonna believe me, without an inkling of a doubt.
Wow. It seems like they really did a terrible job raising you. Just wow.
See? You're being super mean again. They're all gonna hear about this and how you're picking on me. I'll say that you're being spiteful and bitter because you're jealous of how young and cute I am.
Jealous? Oh, please. Don't make me laugh. Just stop spreading rumors about me and mind your own business, Briana.
Oh, hush you. Just shut up and make me my dinner like you always do, okay? Hey, Martha! I am back from my job in Honolulu. OMG, I am wiped out. I'm starving as well.
Hi, Briana. Oh, great. Welcome back. It's been about 2 months since we last texted each other, huh? Have you been? How was everything over in Hawaii?
Oh, Martha! Did you miss me that much? Were you sad without me being there? Don't worry, I'm here now. Things can get back to how they used to be. I'll be seeing you more often now.
Well, actually, it was really nice and peaceful over here while you were gone. I loved it so much. In fact, I still want to keep it that way so we don't have to go back to the way things were. I'm happier without you being here so often.
Wow. Since when did you get so cocky? Do you want our relatives to badmouth you and yell at you again? You better be nice to me, otherwise I'll tell them how mean you're being to me.
Oh, wow. No need for that. I just don't want to hang around a selfish person like you. That's all.
Wow, see? There you go again. Don't be so mean to me, Martha.
Well, tough, because that's really how I feel, and that's all I've got to say. Oh, but I almost forgot to tell you this. I don't want you coming over to my house anymore, okay? No more free meals or free showers for you. You have a job and you're independent, so you can pay for it all by yourself. Just like you should be anyway.
Oh, well, that's too bad that you said that. It's also too late for you. 'Cause guess what? I'm already on my way there, in fact. I'm about to be there in a few minutes. I've got the spare keys, so I'll just let myself in, shall I?
What? You're at the house?
Yeah, I'm inside the house now. Oh, you rearranged the furniture and got some new ones, I see. I have to say, it's not bad. This place looks better than it did before.
What? You're really at the house?
Yeah, why? And where are you anyway? Seeing your mystery guy, are we?
No.
Oh, geez, I was only teasing you. Calm down. I am so hungry. Where's the dinner? Ooh, can I eat the cake in the fridge? Okay, thanks. Woohoo! Cake.
OMG, unbelievable. You let yourself inside and you're rummaging through the fridge? You seriously are just ruthless, aren't you? Briana?
Oh, this cake is amazing. I love it.
Briana!
Yes, what?
That's not my house, FYI.
What? Just because I haven't come by your house for a while, it doesn't mean that I've forgotten where you live. I'm opening the can of Coke, too. Thanks!
Briana, your brother and I have moved out of that house. You're literally in someone else's house right now.
What the hell? Since when? Stop lying to me, Martha. It's not funny.
But I'm not. None of my things are there. Do you think I renovated my entire house or something?
Are you being serious? Oh, shoot. No. I'm not moving. I'm not leaving until I'm convinced that you're telling the truth. When did you move then? I only saw you less than 2 months ago.
We moved while you were working at the resort, and it was planned way before that anyway.
Oh, please. Yeah, right. You can't just up and move in a month.
Oh, yes we can. And oh, yes we did.
What? Why didn't you tell me? Are you seriously telling me that this is not your house that I'm in right here?
No, that's not my house. And I didn't tell you because, well, why should I? I wanted to stay closer to Ray's workplace so that he could easily come home whenever he goes on his business trips. And plus, I had to get away from you too, didn't I?
What the hell? Why would you do that? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I told your brother not to tell you our new address. So that you can't live off of us like the leech that you are anymore. We did a great job here, don't you think?
No way. So where am I now? Whose house is this?
Well, it's the new resident's house, of course. You basically just waltzed into a complete stranger's house. Also known as breaking and entering, I believe. You better get out of there quick, don't you think?
Oh, shoot! But I ate the cake already and I had the Coke!
That's your fault then, isn't it? Not my problem.
Oh, no! This is all your fault for not telling me that you moved in the first place!
Which part of this is my fault? You're the one who let yourself into some stranger's house. I'm pretty sure that breaking and entering is a crime, you know, and let's not forget about the theft, too.
OMG! Am I gonna get arrested? OMG, someone's here! Martha, someone's here!
That's what happens when you're a selfish, ignorant, inconsiderate brat like you, Briana. I guess you owe someone an apology, huh? And that's not me, but to those poor people whose house you just broke into. What did you do, Briana? I told you to just apologize to those poor people. I heard that you ended up getting taken to the police station?
Stop it! Martha, this is all your fault!
I heard that one of the neighbors thought you were a thief and called the police, didn't they? That's hilarious, Briana. And I heard that you even got mad at the police officer and kicked him? This is so funny.
Well, whoever was living there said they weren't gonna press charges anyway, so there.
Oh? So the police just let you off with just a warning or something, is it? That's too bad. I wish they would have just put you behind bars.
What the heck, Martha? It's all your fault! How humiliating do you think it was for me being yelled at by Mom and Dad because of this?
Well, of course they were. Did you think you were going to win the Daughter of the Year award or something? I mean, your parents came to pick you up from the police station, right? It must have been embarrassing for them, too. You did a good job damaging your family's reputation, Briana. I'm slow clapping for you.
No! You're wrong! Everyone loves me! No one thinks I'm bad or that I damaged their reputation.
I'm sure you're the only one who thinks that. In fact, I spoke to them and they told me something different. I heard they're furious with you and they're planning to cut you off for good. Sounds to me like they finally come round to their senses.
No! They're not cutting me off! Don't be like that!
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the part where they said they'll cut you off unless you get a job. They said they told you already, so you should know the conditions, right?
No, it's not a condition. It's just what they think is best for me. But they don't know what they're talking about.
Speaking of conditions, that's definitely what you'd call conditional love, isn't it? Too bad they don't love you unconditionally anymore.
Yes, they do. You're just jealous.
But anyway, look at you. I'm not so sure if you can find a proper job anymore.
I don't understand why you're suddenly saying these things. It's none of your business. This is my life. I want to live it the way I want. Just like I have been and I always will. So stop interfering.
Well, it does involve me since you were pestering me and leeching off of me, Briana. I had no choice but to tell your parents about everything that you did to me, didn't I? But because of you being you, they hardly believed me at first. But now that you've got arrested, they finally realized how much of a spoilt, rotten daughter they have.
No! You shut the hell up! You're just jealous like you've always been. Just admit it.
Briana, you're 25, aren't you? It must be nice to live how you want, but aren't you being a bit too immature for that now? Don't you think it's about time that you grow up?
Who do you think you are to tell me that? You're not even my real family. Shut up.
That might be true, but take this as my pre-warning for you. You should start thinking about your own behavior. The earlier you think about your own actions, the better it'll be later in life. If you don't grow out of this selfish attitude of yours, you're going to regret it later, I'm telling you.
Whatever. What the hell do you know? You don't know anything, you cow. How many times do I have to tell you to get it into your head that everyone adores me? No one's going to cut ties with me or abandon me. Even if my parents disown me, my other relatives will take care of me. I'll always have people who will care for me.
That's a shame, but it seems like they don't really adore you as much as you think they do, Briana. You see, I got the chance to speak to a lot of your relatives while you were gone, too. I heard that they think you're spoiled rotten and that you need some tough love.
No, they did not say that about me.
Well, you can believe what you want. Your brother thinks the same way, too, by the way. He said that you've always been delusional about being so adored and loved. It's all in your head, dear.
Wow. You're crazy, Martha. You really are. That's why you're saying all this, isn't it? You and my brother are crazy and jealous of how they all just love me.
Sure, keep thinking that, Briana. I guess there's a reason why they think you're delusional.
Liar. Bullcrap.
Look, I just don't want anything to do with you anymore, okay? You're my husband's spoiled sister. That's all you are to me now.
I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Where did you move to? Tell me.
Why would I tell you that now? I finally got some peace back into my life. I'd be crazy to let you ruin that for me.
Then I have my brother. I'm gonna get him to help me.
Go on, try it. I told you what he thinks of you. He doesn't want to get involved in your mess.
Why are you making everyone disown me?
Remember when we talked about you finding a steady job? If you do, your parents will probably take you in again. That's all it takes, you know. So just put in a bit of effort and get a job, yeah? Stop leeching off of people and spreading lies about them.
Oh, you think you can talk down to me like that? Shut up.
Oh, is that what it sounds like to you? I don't care enough about you to talk down to you. I'm sorry. I just don't give a flipping finger anymore.
Ha! Whatever, Martha. I never liked you anyway. You're just an evil, conniving old lady. You're just some lowlife, no-brainer who deserves to go to hell.
Well, I have to admit, I always knew you didn't like me. You just tried to take advantage of whatever I had to suit your needs. It's so shallow of you, really.
You should have just let me use your shower and eat your food and stopped complaining like an old lady. You freaking cow.
Well, I'm not the one who got arrested, right? If your family really loved you, you wouldn't have to be so defensive like this either, right? Just be a good person, Briana, and people will naturally love you.
They really do love me.
You still don't get it, do you?
I work hard and earned my own money.
And where did that money go? That money should have gone to pay for the food and energy bills that you spent at my house, right? Mind you, if you were a truly responsible adult, you wouldn't keep changing jobs on a whim either.
But that's who I am. Everyone should understand that's the kind of person I am. So shut your mouth.
Listen, love and affection does have its limits sometimes, you know. You were spoiled. So just accept that, learn from it, and try to use that to become a better person. That's all I'm saying.
Shut up! Just shut up!
Since then, Briana reluctantly started to look for a job, but to no avail. I suppose with this terrible economic climate, it's not that easy to get a decent job. Since Briana hasn't worked anywhere long-term, that made it even more difficult for her to get a full-time position. She begged her parents to just accept her working part-time, but they scolded her again and forced her to get a full-time position. So, sadly and tearfully, Briana went off to look for a job again. Afraid that she would get disowned by her parents and relatives, she job hunted like her life depended on it. In a sense, without her parents' support, she wouldn't get anywhere in life, so this is all good for her. Apparently after that, she finally found an admin job, but not being so competent, she seems to be having a hard time adjusting there. I heard she hates her job and is wishing every day to quit. For Briana, I guess this is a bitter experience, but let's hope that it's at least bittersweet and that something good will eventually come out of it. I'm just happy living with my husband, who no longer has to go on as many business trips as he did before. He comes home for dinner and we have great conversations, which are, of course, great because Briana's not there at the table anymore. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and see you in the next one.
Hey, Lena, I've got a question for you. If you're gonna come to my wedding, where do you want to sit? I'm not so sure if I should make a special place for my ex-wife or if you should sit with the family of the bride. I guess it's up to you. Just let me know which one you prefer.
Excuse me?
I mean, I was thinking maybe it would be best if I had a special ex-wife table. What do you think? The problem with that is, if I have an ex-wife table, it'll just be you sitting there all by yourself. Would you mind? So maybe it would be better if you sat with the bride's family. That way you'd at least have some people around you that you know. Do you think you would have more fun that way?
I'm sorry, just wait right there. What in the world are you talking about now? I haven't heard from you in quite a while. Why are you reaching out to me about your wedding for some reason?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I guess I should explain. I just got so excited I forgot you didn't know yet. Well, I have some exciting news for you. I think you can probably guess. I'm getting remarried. Isn't that exciting?
You're getting married? Wow, that's pretty hard to believe. It hasn't been that long since we got divorced. You already found somebody new to marry? How did you do that?
What do you mean it hasn't been that long? It's already been 3 whole months since we got divorced.
Wait, let's rewind a second. Did you say something about me sitting with the family of the bride? Are you really saying that you're marrying somebody I'm related to? That can't be true, can it?
You always were smart, Lena. Yeah, I'm actually marrying your little sister. Isn't that exciting?
What?
See, I knew you would be excited. So anyway, we're getting ready for the wedding right now. You know, planning everything out. And we couldn't agree on where we should seat you, so that's why I'm reaching out to you. So, what do you think? Where do you want to sit? At first, I really thought it would be best to have you sitting in an ex-wife section, but you are Carrie's sister too, so now I don't know what to do. I've never encountered this problem before. I'm in a real pickle here, so what do you think?
Hold on just a second. Is this really happening? Remember what you said to me when we got divorced. You told me you wanted to start a new chapter in your life.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I gave you the divorce papers as a birthday present. Of course I remember.
You sure did. Boy, that really made my 40th birthday a lot easier. You said something like the average life expectancy was 80, so you wanted to be free for the last half of your life. And then you just smacked me with those divorce papers right there on my birthday. You said you were going to quit your job too. You wanted to start everything all over again. I had no choice but to grant you that divorce. I had to respect your wishes because I knew there was no way you were going to stay with me. And now just a few months later, you're marrying my sister? Is that really a new start for you? It seems like just a bad rerun to me.
Hey now, just relax. I know what I'm doing here. Plus, you're asking me too many questions. You have to give me a chance to answer. I can't keep up with everything you're asking me.
Fine. Explain it to me in a way that I'll understand it. Good luck with that.
There's nothing to really explain. Look, it is what it is. I've decided to start the next chapter of my life with your little sister Carrie. What's wrong with that?
So you have no explanation at all. Is that it? With the timing of this, it makes me think that you guys were going behind my back. Have you been seeing her since we were still married? Did you just make up all that stuff about starting a new chapter in your life? Was that all just some elaborate excuse to divorce me? Were you faking that whole midlife crisis thing?
What are you accusing me of here? I told you I wanted to start a new chapter of my life. This is the new chapter that I have chosen. What is wrong with that? You don't have any proof that we were together while you and I were still married. Why would you accuse us of that?
Gee, I wonder.
It's not a good habit to just come up with wild conspiracy theories like that, you know?
Okay, fine. Let's say that you did only start seeing her after you and I got divorced. I still think it's weird that you would marry your ex-wife's little sister. Why would you ever want to do that? I mean, she's 10 years younger than you. Don't you feel like you're robbing the cradle here, Ray? How did I not notice what a creep you were before?
Would you stop judging me like that? I told you this is my new chapter in life. We're divorced. I can do whatever I want now. It wasn't even my idea anyway. Carrie was actually the one that proposed to me.
Huh?
It really is true what they say. Men only get more handsome as they age. I guess she just couldn't resist me. I've got to admit it, I was pretty surprised at first when a woman 10 years younger than me started coming on to me, though. Especially since she was your sister.
Oh, I see. So it's all Carrie's fault, huh? I guess I should have expected that she would steal you away from me someday.
What do you mean?
Never mind. I don't even care anymore. Just drop it. Have fun at your wedding and enjoy your new married life. Just leave me out of it. In fact, I don't ever want to hear from you again. Please don't ever contact me. So you don't have to decide where to seat me at your wedding after all, because there's no way I'm going.
No, you can't skip out on this. It's your little sister's wedding too. You don't want to miss your little sister's wedding, do you? As her sister, it's your responsibility to go. You have to be there for her.
You must be joking. You know there's no way that I'm going, right? Don't you ever come near me again.
Oh my god, Lena, I just heard. Did you and Ray really get divorced? And also, I heard that he's marrying your little sister? Oh my god, is that like really true? Ray and I have been friends since we were little kids, but I am still super shocked to hear that.
It's really unbelievable, isn't it? Like, totally incredible. I know you guys have been friends for a long time, but are you sure you still want to be friends with a guy like that? Do you really want to be around a guy who would do something like this to his wife?
Well, Ray has always decided to march to the beat of his own drum. Like I said, I was really shocked when I first heard, but it's not like I'm going to stop being friends with him just because of that. He's like my oldest friend. I need to be there to celebrate him getting remarried.
Are you serious? So you're saying you don't have any problem with him marrying my little sister? You don't think that's completely out of line? Let me say that one more time for you in case you didn't catch it. He is marrying my little sister. She is 10 years younger than him. And with it happening so soon, I'm sure that they were cheating on me behind my back. Can you believe that my own husband and sister would do that to me? But you're willing to overlook all of that just because he's your oldest friend, even though he's a terrible person?
Of course I have to forgive him. He's my oldest friend. I'm not just going to abandon him over a little thing like this. That's what friendship is all about, right? I can't imagine anything ever coming between me and Ray. We've known each other for our whole lives.
Are you out of your mind?
Well, he told me that you're refusing to go to their wedding. Why would you do that? It's your little sister's wedding after all. You could at least just show up for them. I didn't think you were such a petty person, you know.
Excuse me?
As Ray's oldest friend, I need to support him in living his life however he wants. Like I said, that's what friendship is all about. Why can't you support him, Talina? I thought you loved him. I know you guys are divorced now, but you were married for a long time. You must have cared about him at some point. Now the man you love is going to be happy again. Why can't you be happy for him too? You should cheer him on.
I'm sorry. Do you understand how I feel? My husband betrayed me. He was cheating on me, and with my little sister no less, who is 10 years younger than me.
Oh, why do you have to get so upset over a little cheating? It's not that bad. Plus, isn't it better than he decided to divorce you? Would you have preferred that he kept fooling around and stayed married to you? That seems like it would have been worse. I can respect his honesty. I think my old friend made a good choice in just coming right out and telling you the truth.
An honest person wouldn't cheat in the first place. Do you not understand that? And he hid it from me. How is that honest at all? And then he divorced me. How could you say that he was being honest? That's like the epitome of dishonesty.
Okay, fine. But that's just who he is. You got to accept Ray for who he is. I've known him for basically our whole lives, so I understand where he's coming from. I can accept him for who he is. I guess you weren't married to him long enough to really understand him. Anyway, I am obligated to go to his wedding, and I really want to go anyway. I can't end my friendship with him just because he cheated on you. I've known her for far too long to do that.
Wow. What an understanding friend you are. I wish only I had someone as loyal as you in my life. You did remind me of something. I remember that he always used to like to go to you for advice whenever he and I got in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. See, he trusts me. He's always come to me whenever he needs advice ever since we were little kids. Even if he just needs somebody to vent to, I've always been good at listening to his complaints too. He really, really trusts me.
Is that so? Then please, continue to take good care of him. Sounds like you've been such a great best friend to him up to this point. I think most sane people would stay away from him after he split up with his wife to marry her little sister, but you do you. At least you'll still be there for him even when everywhere else abandons him.
I don't need you to tell me to stay by his side. I'm planning on doing that anyway. And I assume I'm going to be good friends with your sister now, too. Ray's like family to me, so of course his new wife is going to be like family to me, too. I'd imagine the two of them will go camping with me and Jake every year, or maybe on some other vacations together. I can't wait. You always hated camping, so ever since you married him, Ray could never come on our camping trips anymore.
Sounds lovely. I think Carrie is the kind of person who loves pretending that she doesn't have a nice home to sleep in. Make sure you invite her along. Okay, I think I'm going to let you go now.
Hey, Lena, I need to talk to you about something. Look, we went to all the trouble of making sure that you had a seat at the wedding and sending you an invitation, and now you're saying that you're not coming? I already contacted you ahead of time to ask you personally to come. Why aren't you coming?
Yeah, and I already let you know that I am not coming. Why did you send me an invitation? Why in the world would I ever want to go to my ex-husband and little sister's wedding? I never want to see your cheating face again, you piece of trash.
You still don't have any proof that we were cheating on you, and yet you keep accusing me of it. And let's just hypothetically say that I was cheating on you. Can you grow up, learn to forgive and forget? I talked to Vera the other day too. She said that you were so rude to her when she tried to talk to you about my upcoming wedding.
So what?
Well, she was just trying to cheer you up. You didn't have to treat her that way. I don't know why you had to pretend like she's the bad guy. She's my friend. Of course she's sticking by me. You really bummed her out. Don't you feel bad about that? She's my oldest friend. She was just trying to be nice. Why did you have to do that to her?
I never asked her to contact me. I didn't want to be convinced to go to your wedding. I wish you would just leave me alone. Both of you. Please tell her not to reach out to me anymore either. Both of you just make me really uncomfortable. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Even just talking to you right now is making me nauseous. Can we please just be done with this?
Why do you have to be so cold? You didn't used to feel that way about me. Once Carrie and I get married, you and I will be in-laws. Family again. Do you really want to treat your brother-in-law like this? You're gonna have to get over yourself and try to get along. Carrie says that she hopes that we can all get along too. You don't want to cut your little sister off like that, do you?
Really? I can't believe she would say that about me.
She says she knows it looks like she stole me from you, but she hopes that we can still be friends. Believe me, she still wants to be your sister. Oh, come on. She's your cute little sister. Grow up and act like a good big sister.
Surely you are not serious. How can you expect me to do that? She's right that it does look like she stole you from me, because that's what she did.
You can't blame her for that. You and I are already divorced after all. And she and I are getting married. You can't stop us. We're free to live our lives however we want. Just because you're my ex-wife, that doesn't give you the right to tell us what to do. You should just accept the fact that Carrie and I are getting married. We're gonna live happily ever after. I look forward to having you as a sister-in-law.
You know I don't have a little sister, right?
What are you talking about?
You heard me. So actually, you will not be my brother-in-law.
Hey now, cut it out. You can't say that about Carrie. Oh, don't you feel sorry for her? She is your sister whether you like it or not. Just because you're feeling sorry for yourself, it doesn't give you the right to cut your own sister out of your life like that.
No, I hate to break it to you, but she really isn't my sister. We're not actually related. Didn't she tell you that?
Are you joking right now? After all these years, this is the first time I've heard anything like that. Stop pulling my leg.
Well, now you know. And are you sure I've never told you this before? I'm pretty sure I have. It's a pretty big deal, you know. I think I told you before we even got married. Don't you remember? She's just my stepsister. Her dad had her with his previous wife, meaning my stepdad, and my mom had me with her previous husband. I'm really sure that I told you all this before. But then right after her dad married my mom, she died in a tragic accident. From then on, it was just her dad and us two girls. He took me in as his own.
Oh, wait a minute. Now that you're telling me this whole story, it does sound kind of familiar. Maybe I did know this.
Her dad really did his best to love us both equally. I really did feel like he was a replacement for my own deadbeat dad. That's why I call him Dad, even now. But Carrie hated that her dad took me in. He loved us both, and she ended up being pretty spoiled. She's always been kind of a brat. She always got into all kinds of trouble at school. She was such a mean, selfish kid. It's no surprise she didn't grow up to be any better.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Oh, sorry. You didn't know that about her? I guess I forgot that she always pretends to be a nice, reserved girl around you. That's all just an act, though. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. She's been doing this to me my whole life. She always tries to steal whatever guy I'm dating.
Always? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this isn't the first time that this has happened? This doesn't sound like the Carrie that I know at all. Are you sure that you're just not imagining this? Carrie's so quiet and shy. I can't imagine her ever trying to steal your boyfriend away from you. It was so far hard for her to even admit her feelings for me. But she finally worked up the courage to do it. She's just so pure.
Right, that's all an act. Like I just told you. I could never say any of this to our dad. He tried so hard to make her happy. I don't want him to feel like he's failed as a father. But going all the way back to high school, she's still in 5 different men for me now. The way that she goes about it and then the act that she puts on is always the same too.
No way.
I thought she had gotten a little bit better now that she's grown up. She got a regular job and everything. Maybe she's just doing another act, pretending to be a real adult. I do kind of feel sorry for her sometimes, though. Maybe it was stressful for her growing up with a sister she wasn't related to. I know it was really hard for me sometimes, so I always try to understand her. I try not to hold a grudge against her. After all, most of this was a long time ago. But I guess she'll never get better, and I've had it. I can't let this one go.
So listen, let me ask you this. You said she stole 4 other guys from you before, right? So what happened after that? Did she just keep dating them? How come she didn't end up with any of those guys?
No, not at all. She got tired of him right after she stole them away from me every single time. I think she's just into stealing guys away from me. She doesn't really care about them. She just wants to ruin my life.
What?
But I'm sure you'll be fine. Surely this time it'll be different, right? You guys are even getting married. It sounds like you're having a pretty big wedding. Do you really think she'll just toss you aside after that?
I don't know. Do you think that she will?
Who knows? So anyway, have a nice wedding. I'm sure everything will work out just fine.
Hey, Lena, I need to talk to you. What's up with your little sister? Why is she acting all crazy? She is trying to come on to my husband. Why is she doing this?
Oh no, you don't say. I would have never guessed Carrie would do such a thing. Didn't she and Ray just get married?
Right, exactly. Why is she coming after my husband now? We went to their wedding together. I thought the 4 of us were going to be great friends. But apparently she exchanged numbers with my husband at the wedding. What kind of bride would do that?
Wow, I am so surprised.
Not.
Oh, I guess Carrie will never change. Even though she's married, she's still going to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
How can you be so calm? She is trying to steal my husband. I knew he was acting suspicious lately, so I went through his phone. You wouldn't believe how much proof I found that he's cheating on me. He's been sleeping with Carrie since the day after her wedding. How could she do this to me? What's going on with your little sister? Is she out of her mind?
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. But, you know, Carrie's always kind of marched to the beat of her own drum. That's why I think she and Ray are so good for each other. They're both so free-spirited. I know you're so understanding of your best buddy Ray when he acts that way. So why can't you extend that same understanding to Carrie?
What are you talking about?
You're not a petty lady like me, are you, Vera? I'm sure you can find it in your heart to forgive her. You're such an understanding person after all. Ray is your oldest friend. You have to continue supporting him. Carrie's his wife now. You can't just cut her out of your life. How would Ray feel about that?
How dare you? I'm in no mood to hear this from you. I didn't call you just for you to tease me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to tease you. You have to believe me. I'm being very serious right now. I'm just trying to help you work through this.
Work through this? My husband is cheating on me. How am I supposed to just shut my mouth and let her get away with this? And this is your little sister we're talking about. Don't you feel the least bit bad about this? You could at least say you're sorry for how she's acting.
Oh, didn't you know? Carrie's not actually my sister.
Oh, don't try to lie to me. Just say you're sorry for how your little sister's acting. That's the least you could do for me. I don't need this attitude from you.
Well, I don't know why I should do that. This has nothing to do with me. Like I told you, she's not my sister. There's no way I should have to apologize to you for something some random girl did to you. Besides, why are you getting so upset over a little cheating? It's not that big a deal, right? That's what you told me. Remember all that sage advice you offered me when Ray and I were getting divorced? I'm just trying to return the favor here. Why are you so upset now that you're being cheated on? I thought you knew better than that. Or do you just have different standards when applied to yourself?
No, it's not like that. You don't understand.
What's wrong? Don't you remember all the advice you gave me? What happened to your plans to go camping all together? Don't you want to do that anymore? Hope you have fun hanging around Carrie for the rest of your life. I'm sure you're going to love her.
What am I supposed to do? Carrie has absolutely ruined my entire life. Don't you feel responsible for being such a bad influence on your little sister?
I told you, we're not actually related. Stop coming to me with your problems.
Who cares whether or not you're actually blood relatives? Legally, she's your sister, right? Don't you think you bear some responsibility for her terrible attitude? Thanks to her, my best friend's getting a divorce too. Why would she do this to me?
Or are you talking about Vera and her husband?
Yeah, exactly. How did you know? Carrie's been cheating on me with Vera's husband. Can you even believe it? Vera freaked out when she found out about them. So now she's getting a divorce. She came over to my house screaming her head off. It was a whole big scene. My whole life is ruined. What am I supposed to do now?
Oh, wow, she's getting a divorce, huh? I guess she couldn't forgive a little cheating after all. I thought she was bigger than that.
But this is terrible for me too. Everything is ruined. Vera is also talking about suing Carrie for emotional damages. Carrie's trying to push all the responsibility to pay on me. She says since I'm her husband, it's up to me to pay for her. Why would I ever do that? She's been sleeping with Vera's husband since the day after our wedding.
Well, she is your wife. As her husband, I do think you should take responsibility for her actions.
How can you still call her my wife? I mean, I want to divorce her right this second. There is no way I'll ever forgive her for this. I can't stay with her now.
Oh no, but you guys just got married. You're already getting divorced? You were just starting the new chapter of your life, though. Remember how you tossed me aside so you could go and have this wonderful second chapter to your life? Whatever happened to that?
That chapter's already over. I wish it had never started. I trusted Carrie. That's why I married her. But then she turned out to be this horrible, scheming woman. And I might even lose my best friend over this too. How could she do this to me? I've got to worry about this court case too. What if she somehow forces me to pay? I could lose all of my savings. This is not at all what I had in mind when I said I wanted to start a new chapter.
Sounds awfully exciting, though. At least it's not boring like your life was with me, huh? From my perspective, it looks like quite the thrill ride. I hope you're enjoying it.
Enjoying it? Who would enjoy this? So anyways, Lena, now that Carrie and I are getting divorced, how would you feel if you and I got back together?
Oh, excuse me?
I finally see the error of my ways. I don't need a new chapter. My life was fine as is. All I need is a nice, quiet life with you. I'm sure I could be happy with you. Doesn't that sound great?
I think my life would be a lot happier if I never had to hear from any of you people again, so I think I'll go with that. Bye! Good luck with that next new chapter of your life. Hope it works out better for you this time. So, sure enough, Carrie followed her usual pattern. She got tired of Ray super quickly, and they got divorced. I guess that's what Ray gets for divorcing me to marry my little sister. Now, he's apparently the talk of the town. Everybody at his office and all his neighbors are really impressed by how fast he got divorced. He's always been worried about what other people thought of him. He was so ashamed and embarrassed by the whole thing. And things didn't go any better for his old friend Vera. She and her husband got divorced around the same time as Ray and Carrie. She tried to get alimony payments from her ex-husband. He reminded her of her attitude toward Ray and Carrie's marriage. Vera had told her husband that she was on the side of the cheaters. He thought she was being a big hypocrite to divorce him and ask for alimony payments just because he cheated on her. He was super pissed about it. As far as I know, Vera ended up getting nothing from him in the divorce. Vera did successfully sue Carrie, though. Of course, Carrie couldn't pay it herself, so she tried to get her dad to pay for her. But this time, Carrie had gone too far. Her own dad, mortified by everything she had done, refused to help her. I heard she's in a panic now, trying to find a job. She has to find some way to pay off all the money she owes. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications.